Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down a really simple but super powerful technique for managing those big emotions like stress and anger. It's called box breathing.
So let's just start by talking about a feeling I think we've all had. That moment when you feel totally overwhelmed, right? Like frustration or anger just hijacks the system and takes over.
Anger itself is a totally natural, totally okay emotion. But it's when it makes us react in ways we wish we hadn't, snapping at someone or just getting that awful dysregulated feeling, that's when we need a tool. We need something that can create just a little bit of space, a pause between what happens to us and how we respond.
And what's so cool about this is it's not just some new wellness fad. This is a real tactical tool used by people in some of the most high-stress jobs on the planet. I'm talking about U.S. Navy SEALs. They use this exact technique to stay calm and focused when the pressure is absolutely insane. It just goes to show you, managing your internal state, that's a skill anyone can learn.
Okay, so what is this technique that these elite operators are relying on? Let's get right into it.
Well, it gets its name because you're basically tracing the four equal sides of a box with your breath. You inhale, you pause, you exhale, and you pause again. Each part gets the exact same amount of time, that same even rhythm.
And that right there is its superpower. It's simplicity. In just 16 seconds, you have this little portable, totally reliable tool that you can use pretty much anywhere, anytime to get a handle on your own body and mind.
Okay, so talking about it is one thing, but the absolute best way to get it is to actually feel it. So I want to invite you to try just one gentle cycle with me right now, just to see what it's like.
You can do this sitting down, maybe with your feet flat on the floor, or you could even be lying down. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's just to be comfortable. Just allow yourself to be at ease for a moment.
All right, so when you're ready, just gently let all the air out of your lungs. And now, let's do a quiet inhale through your nose for 2, 3, 4. And just gently hold that breath at the top. 2, 3, 4. Now, a nice, slow exhale through your mouth. 2, 3, 4. And just pause at the bottom. Empty. 2, 3, 4. That's it. That was one cycle. And listen, if 4 seconds feels like a stretch, just start with 3. It's really the rhythm that matters most, not the exact number.
So, let's talk about the why. What is actually happening in your body that makes this simple little exercise so incredibly powerful?
This is not just a mental trick to distract yourself. No, you are physically interacting with your body's master control system for stress. You are literally pressing your body's own physiological chill-out button. The simplest way to think about it is that your nervous system has two main gears. You've got the sympathetic system, that's your fight-or-flight gas pedal that gets you all revved up, and then you have the parasympathetic system, that's your rest and digest brake pedal that cools things down. So when you deliberately slow your breath down into that even 4x4 pattern, you are manually, consciously hitting the brakes. This action stimulates a really important nerve called the vagus nerve, which sends a direct signal up to your brain that says, hey, the threat is over. It's safe to relax now. And check this out. This shows you the actual, measurable changes that happen in your body. This is not just in your head. It's pure physiology. The research is clear. When you do this kind of slow, paced breathing, you can literally see your heart rate drop, your blood pressure go down, and even the amount of cortisol, that's your main stress hormone, start to decrease. You are literally changing your body's chemistry in just a few seconds.
So now we know what it is and how it works. The really crucial part is figuring out when to use it. Let's look at how you can weave this simple tool into your real life.
Honestly, this tool is so versatile. You can use it right in the heat of the moment, like when you feel that frustration bubbling up when you're stuck in traffic. You can also use it proactively, maybe doing a few rounds before a tough meeting. Or you can use it to just shift gears, to unwind and quiet your mind before bed, or just to get a moment of clarity in a crazy workday.
The real magic of this practice is that it wedges a little moment of conscious control right between an emotional trigger and your usual reaction. It creates space, and in that space, you get to choose your response. It puts you right back in the driver's seat.
And this is so important. When you practice this regularly, you're not just putting out fires in the moment. Think of it like you're building an emotional muscle. You're actually training your nervous system. And over time, a lot of people find that they bounce back from stress way faster and just don't get triggered as easily in the first place.
So really, think about that for a second. What could you change with just a 16-second pause?
That one little cycle is enough to give you the space to go from an automatic, knee-jerk reaction to a thoughtful response. What conversation, what decision, what moment in your day could be totally different with that simple pause? That's a power tool you have now, anytime you need it.